Hello everyone, this is Berg Productions here with my final video that will ever be made for YouTube. Why? I will explain why in just a moment. But bear with me as I want to give a backstory for anyone who don't know me. I first joined YouTube on August 2nd, 2007 under the username Edray1416. It was an account where I did random videos and uploaded some music videos. I was inspired to join YouTube thanks to a username Psycho180. For anyone not aware, Psycho180 is a content creator known for making horror films, comedy films, and wrestling shows. So Psycho180 was my inspiration for making YouTube videos. Yes folks, Psycho180 and I are cousins, so I do know him personally. I didn't create many videos on my Edray1416 channel back in 2007. I don't know if I actually made videos in 2007, but I remember very clearly in 2008 I started making videos during the summertime. After Hurricane Ike in 2008, I started making money doing side jobs to pay the bills and feed myself. Then I came across extra money and bought me an RCA digital camcorder. That was when I recorded music videos and made some random unscripted videos that were total garbage. Then in October 2008, a friend of mine started an account for me called AME Wrestling. I thank that friend wherever he is now because I started uploading all kinds of videos on that channel. Backyard wrestling was a thing for me back then. In 2009, I started filming random towns, fireworks, and did a documentary on a Cajun town in Louisiana called Abbeville.
We are in historic downtown, no question, and it looks to be pretty beautiful, to be honest. This Vermilion Catholic Church, and that time is in around the 2 o'clock hour. We're crossing the street right now. We're going to head to the water fountain in the park, city park and all that.
Opening scene of The Blob was filmed here. Focused in on this fountain.
Are you sure about it?
Which is still as it was in the opening scene of the
Well, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to go to those trees. This is a very large tree right here. Obviously, I don't know what to say about this.
I'm trying to figure out.
It's a tree with lights on it. It's the biggest tree I've ever seen. As a matter of fact, these trees are so big, some parts of the tree right here have stands to support the weight. Cheapo Depot. Discounted tobacco and beer. And yeah, man, I tell you. That's something right there, fellas. Record shop? You telling me there's a record shop? Hey, keep your hands away from me.
$30 for a carton.
You want to go get some?
It's $60 in Texas right now.
This is a good town, man. Main Street, antiques, gifts, and collectibles market. Going out of business 60%. And I ended up paying, about $2.19. And 19 cents was the tax. A 53 note card for that kind of blue price. This is something that I shouldn't even mess with. I should consider this a collectible because one of these days people of the state of Louisiana and all the people of Abbeville are going to be talking about how this antique shop used to be a very popular part of the city's history. The story is that 2 films were made in this town. One was the Louisiana Story in 1948, the other was The Blob, the remake in 1988. I've had Italian relatives live here. We discovered who was the founder of Abbeville, and then we saw some big trees in which some of the parts of the trees had to be stood by with a stand, and then the water fountain and all those other things.
My first documentary on the town was recorded on December 22nd, 2009. The second time I filmed the town was from June 7th to June 10th of 2010.
In the turn of the century, we're back in this park right here. Now, I don't remember benches being there, but if I did, I probably forgot about them. They may have been new at the time. And this water fountain in the park right here, this is really something. Obviously, I see a few coins being dropped in there from time to time. Now we're going to go to this gazebo right here. Honestly, I do not know when this gazebo was built. I may have a few ideas. Okay, here's what the year says on here. 1994. I'm gonna watch my step every way. I don't know what happened, but now we're passing the Abbeville Electric Supply Company. Does electrical supplies and light fixtures. Then we got a washer and dryer appliance shop right over there next to the street. This must be a clothing store. Yeah, it looks like it to me. It's a clothing store. Thomas Insurance Agency is coming up. Blacksmith shop. This is actually a historical landmark. Let's read this. Sam Guarino's blacksmith shop. This circa 1913 blacksmith shop was originally located at 210 South Jefferson Street in Abbeville. One of the few blacksmith shops in operation in the downtown area until 2004. I'm not sure if any of you can read that, but forgive me. And these are the old photos of the blacksmith shop here. I don't know if any of you can read that. This is the Abbeville General Hospital. According to an article that I read, it was built in 1963 after the old hospital, I think, which was near downtown Abbeville, got old and it was not big enough to support people that were getting sick during the 1960s, I think, with the bird flu and all those other illnesses. But this is one of two places I wouldn't want to go. The other place I would not want to go is to jail. Get it? Okay.
I spent a whole week on vacation in Abbeville, Louisiana. I loved that town, and I would love to see it again. While my Edray 1416 account wasn't doing that great, I focused more on my AME wrestling account. It was where I originally uploaded Taito Legends 2, Calm Video Game Nerd, my worst video ever made. This was also the account where Berg Productions started. What happened in 2012? False DMCA claims were so rampant that I panicked and mirrored only a few videos from my channels to the point where I abruptly closed both of my accounts. I closed both my Edray 1416 and AME wrestling accounts on November 22nd, 2012. I didn't think about coming back at the time, but then I came back as Berg Productions. That account didn't last long as I left in November of 2013. I came back in late 2014 as the infamous user known as The Anti-T-Bone 2004. Yes, folks, I stole that name from T-Bone 2004 when I declared war on him for using a Patreon. I also ranted on the mysterious Mr. Enter, I Must Destroy All, and Rhino Mills for having Patreon accounts as well. Then I made a pretty controversial video called Avenging the Luddites. It prompted Youngblood Fantasy 91 to make a comment about it. Eventually, I got into a debate with X51DG of Zipcast and debated T-Bone 2004 on Skype. I lost both debates, but I learned that starting crap for no reason will not fix anything. After my debate with T-Bone 2004, I ceased from being the anti-T-Bone 2004 and went back to being Berg Productions. I've ranted on numerous subjects and made some videos that genuinely interested people. When Eddie the Vigilante was Eddie the Scammer, he made a pretty good cartoon series called Conswag and Eddie. This was the inspiration for my cartoons like Berg and Bediger, Chief Raymond, Detective Eddie, Deputy Jack, and the Unsolved Mysteries of Roshutsu. I left on September 24th, 2015. I came back once again as Berg Productions on December 23rd, 2015 since members of the Order of the Dim-Witted Doves wanted me in. I went crazy in March of 2016 and left YouTube again. After a while, I got tired of people begging me to come back and make videos. And so this sixth account was made on April 29th, 2016. I didn't think I was going to make videos, but then I started making videos. I stood up to Leo the video game guy for exploiting 2 deaths and a head injury for likes. I made random videos up until I produced a successful documentary called The Rise and Fall of Life in a Tent. Then I had a feud with Eddie the Scammer for starting drama on videos that were irrelevant to him. He ignored me and did a pretty crappy commentary on me. The feud still continues to this day, and I will get back to him later. One of my biggest videos ever made was my rant on the commentary community. I addressed the hypocrisies and other issues with the community. Since then, the commentary community has gotten much worse to the point where I quit watching. As this video airs on my 9th anniversary here on YouTube, I want to go ahead and explain why I'm retiring. Number 1, I'm tired of going to YouTube to look at channels that are boring to watch plus the features they no longer contain. Subscribers list, subscription list, and friends list. Number 2, the notification systems do not work properly and that's a huge problem. Number 3, censorship has screwed over the entertainment value. Not just trolls and social justice warriors, but also Google has butchered YouTube. Number 4, I got a community guideline strike, which has pushed me to my limit of acceptability. Finally, I said an offensive comment to Ponder Sprocket that has been eating away at me since then. For anyone that don't know, Ponder Sprocket made a random video in which a bunch of commentators and myself were in a video. I went crazy and said this. I haven't been the same since then, and now I regret making that comment. Since this incident, I've lost the will to talk to Ponder Sprocket. I openly admit to ruining my friendship with her because of this. As for my subscribers, I don't care about them. I tried my best to be entertaining. I've done parodies on Blazing Rants and Dark Emo Mario 64. I realized that my popularity is withered, so I decided to stop making videos here on YouTube before I fall into obscurity. So here I am, ready to leave a huge part of my past behind, knowing that I'm not welcome here anymore. Before I leave, I want to go ahead and express my hatred to certain people. Youngblood Fantasy 91, you are an egotistical, unfunny douchebag that is sensitive to criticism. The way you act when people even say something about you proves that you are not worth my time. Just retire from commentaries and stick to the logo corner. Rhino Mills, you were never funny when I discovered your content and you're still not funny today. The only reason why you asked me to do a cameo with you is because you knew your commentaries were going downhill. You are a prime example as to why kids need to stay in school and get a job. Duke 86 fan, you are a tragedy not only to commentators and ranters, but you are also a tragedy to trannies. Kindly seek help and find your manhood for crying out loud. Eddie the Vigilante, you are a real piece of crap for starting drama when I told you to take a break and regroup. But you kept using excuses after excuses to the point where I had to block you. Then you made an apology video, unlisted. What's the matter, Eddie? Not man enough to face your critics, especially when you messed up? You make Dirtbike Redden look like a farmer wearing overalls eating a bucket of fried chicken. Eddie, you are a perfect example on how to screw up a life. Your day will come when more people will walk out on you for your ridiculous behavior. Finally, Blazing Rants. I hate this woman for pulling a gun on me for calling her an abusive bitch toward Caden Marks. Woman, you don't know the poor old guy is suffering and you are paralyzing him with fear? You pulled a gun on me. Then you shot me when I told you to make me a sandwich. Now I can see why Caden is scared of you. If you have a problem with me, Blaze, too bad because I done blocked you on YouTube. Seek help, you damn monster. Now that it has been said, thank you everyone for tuning into this video. Commentate on me if you want, but I will never make another video for YouTube again. As for Ponder Sprocket, I'm sorry for that comment I made. Even though you blocked me, it was nice knowing you. Even though I've made it to 100 subscribers, I feel that there's nothing more I can do on YouTube. Farewell everyone. This is Berg Productions saying thank you and goodbye.